What is up, everybody? Goldbear back here today with another video, and today, guys, I have a very special guest, the man himself, Cartoon Fox Guy.
Hey guys, thank you for having me on the channel again, Clayton. It's cool to be back here.
So, do you want to explain to the audience why we're here today?
Yes, I am here because I'm not really more so a Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber, so I thought today, why not give my thoughts on the brand new Jazwares Five Nights at Freddy's merch and put it on the channel where Five Nights at Freddy's is more relevant. So I've been a fan since like the beginning and hadn't really collected Five Nights at Freddy's merch for years. And I kind of think it's cool that we're getting some cool new figures and plush from a whole new company, a brand new fresh take on things. And yeah, I wanted to kind of get my thoughts on it.
So, yeah, I'm basically going to be walking through all the things that we got this past weekend from NYC Toy Fair, all the Jazwares merchandise. I don't think we're gonna go on any other topics. Maybe that Funko Pop that was leaked, but other than that, yeah. So let's get started. So starting out here, we have our main line of plushies. We have the Puppet, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. What are your honest opinions?
I really like these. I think I really like that they've taken the in-game designs and kind of incorporated them into the style. I know Funko did something very similar, but I'd actually say I think these ones look a little more game accurate and more game faithful. I like that we got the main setup here, the main line of characters, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. And I think the puppet, despite me not knowing if that's an actual like game-based model like plush, I think it's a cool addition. I think it's a really cute looking one. So I actually think these plushies are pretty cool. And for the mainline plushies for the new Jazwares set, I think it's a good start.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that puppet is like an in-game character or not, like the plushie itself. I've never
Yeah,
seen.
it's pretty cool though. I think it's neat. I
Yeah,
think it's a cute looking little plush.
definitely a cute thing to have in the collection.
So yeah, I think they're so far pretty cool looking. And again, won't be picking. I should address. I won't probably be picking any of these up myself, but I still wanted to give my thoughts on them. I have mentioned to Clayton if they do anything sister location and it looks good, which I'm assuming it would based off like what we're seeing here today. I'd probably pick it up if it's anything sister location wise. But for now, I'll probably be passing. But I still thought it'd be cool to kind of give my little thoughts here and there on what I think of these cool reveals.
Well, yeah. So that's the main line here. Then we're going off to probably my least favorite here, the
Yeah, these
Squishmallows.
the Squishmallows. Yeah, the Squishmallows are. I actually was like I didn't know Jazwares was the holder of the license of Squishmallows. I don't know how I didn't know that, but they're Squishmallows. They're what you probably expect from Five Nights at Freddy's Squishmallows. They definitely look what I'd imagine them to look like. They're cute though. They're cool.
Yeah,
They're definitely up the alley for Squishmallow and Five Nights at Freddy's collectors for sure.
yeah, they're definitely interesting. I mean, we have Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. Um, I might pick up Freddy, but other than that, I don't think I'm going to be collecting all these guys because I just don't really. I don't have a soft spot for the Squishmallows.
Yeah, I'm like I don't really collect these either. I was tempted like on like the My Hero Academia ones, but I haven't even caved on those just because like I don't know. There's something about the Squishmallows that's so like I'm like it seems like this addiction to collect, and I don't want to fall into that hole. I only have like one Squishmallow I was ever gifted unexpectedly, and that's like the only one I've had in my collection, and probably will be the only one I have unless I do cave in and buy the My Hero ones. Other than that, probably not anything else. But I think these are kind of cool. They're neat and they're definitely for somebody, and I'm sure it'll. A lot of people are excited for these.
Right. Now we are getting to kind of our last plushie item in the lineup, and that is the brand new animatronic plushie that apparently is motion censored activated and stuff like that. So, what do you think about that?
Well, I was able to actually see a video on this, video of like what it does and um, moving around like the mouth function. It's kind of neat. I think it's a little cool. It definitely looks a little derpy. For a, I get it's a prototype, so hopefully this will get fixed. I don't want to be too hard on it, but definitely the prototype does look a little off. But it's not awful looking. I'm sure they'll fix it up a bit and it'll look probably pretty good for the final release. But the whole idea of it's pretty cool. I think it's a neat little kind of animated little plush here. I like the idea of the sounds, the glowing eyes, and the fact that it can make. I'm assuming it's going to make like jump scare noises with the opening mouth, but I do think that's really cool.
Yeah, so I guess it is fully posable, so I'm assuming there are some sort of wires in there, like bendable wires that are like in there to make it move, or maybe it's actual plastic joints in there. You never know.
I think it's cool you can pose it. I think that's so cool. I love plushies you can pose. It's so neat, and we don't see it often, so I definitely think it was a cool idea.
If you've been a Funko FNAF fan as long as I have, you probably remember those animatronic plushies that they came out with. I believe
I do, yeah.
only Freddy and Foxy, which was kind of, yeah, but
Yeah, kind of crap, but
yeah,
I'm sure they'll give us more of these. It'd be cool. Hopefully they'll give us like at least the main three.
right.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's basically what we're getting for plushies. And I will mention that they all do glow in the dark.
Which is very, very interesting. Very odd decision, but it's something.
The plushies apparently have like this glow in the dark material apparently, so it's kind of interesting. But we'll just have to wait and see what they actually look like when they come out, and test it out and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be definitely interested to see like what that actually looks like.
So now moving on to probably the most anticipated FNAF merch everybody's been waiting for. Finally,
New figures.
yeah, brand new figures, and we're gonna first start out with Freddy and Withered Freddy. What do you think?
Well, first off, hooray! Jazwares made FNAF figures that don't look like shit, and they look like they pose well too. So definitely very happy to see that. I mean, the Funko ones didn't look awful. It's just they kind of were awful. Like the articulation was always my least. Honestly, the articulation is why I stopped buying those figures. So it's cool to see like proper articulation on Five Nights at Freddy's figures. Like this is so cool.
Right.
But I do like this cool idea they're going with, this whole like 2-pack thing with Bonnie and Freddy, the Withered Bonnie and regular Bonnie, and then obviously Freddy and Withered Freddy. I think it's a cool idea. It's kind of neat. You can mix and match, or you can just kind of choose one or the other, and it can lead to cool customization, or you could buy two or whatnot. I think it would have been cool if like they came with 2 endoskeletons. I think that would have been cool to get kind of like 2 endoskeleton figures, so you can at least have both of them. But it is what it is. I still think it's a neat idea. It's a cool little play thing for kids, I guess, for anyone who's interested. Because I know there's a lot of kids who like love Five Nights at Freddy's. I did, and even though I'm older now, I still can kind of appreciate cool little cute gimmicks like these. And yeah, I think that it's overall pretty cool. These figures do look really nice too.
Yeah, so like Cartoon Fox guy was saying, this is a gimmick lineup for figures. Basically, it's called their. I think it's called their take apart, put back together line. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. There's another figure that we're gonna get to here eventually. That's what it's called. But yeah, Freddy and Withered Freddy, amazing characters. Now let's step on to Bonnie and Withered Bonnie.
Yeah, these two look cool. Like I was saying, I think like the Bonnie and the Withered Bonnie figures are probably my favorite out of the two. The Withered Bonnie just looks so cool. The I'm sure it'll be like an interchangeable head for the endoskeleton, the eyeless look. So then you could obviously, it's specifically for the Withered Bonnie, but I think it's neat. I like this whole idea. I like that even like one of the arms is just wires. That's so funny. But So you'll really be able to like mix and match these. So I think it's a cool idea. And I do like on like the Wizards they gave like Bonnie, you can see like dirt, like extra like very dirt looking paint esque kind of make him look all dirty and like ruined and whatnot. And I do like the little 3D effects of these like ripped up pieces of the fabric in the animatronic suit. I think that looks really cool as well. But yeah, I think these are like really, really cool looking.
Yeah, they definitely are pretty cool. I like Bonnie, but honestly, I've been kind of a big fan of Withered Bonnie's design for quite some time. People don't know that. I was fascinated by his design. I've even tried making cosplays of him.
That's pretty cool. It is a cool design. I remember when they first showed the original like poster with Toy Bonnie and him, and I was like, whoa. I always like because I was younger at the time, and I was like, that is creepy looking.
Right. So, yeah, that is Withered Bonnie and Bonnie. Now let's move on to. We have ourselves Toy Freddy and Toy Chica. Honest opinions.
Right away, I think it's cool. We're getting toy animatronic figures. That is awesome. Funko, I don't think ever gave us those, and that was one of the biggest things people wanted so much, and Funko would never listen to it. So I think it's cool that Jazwares has kind of like put an ear up to the fans and actually like have given final and you know what, it was probably worth the wait. Like these look really cool. These are definitely the toy animatronics. All three like of the mainline cast look amazing. I think especially the Freddy. I don't know if like each of them are gonna have a gimmick or the same gimmick as Freddy does, but I love this cool gimmick where it's like a little jump scare gimmick where the arms go up and the mouth opens. Like I think that's super cool, and the glow eyes again seems like it's gonna be a really key feature on all these figures. But yeah, I think again, Toy Chica really cool. I'd mentioned something about the like because it'd be cool if you got like an interchangeable head with her with the other look for her without the beak and the eyes. That would be really cool. I'm not sure if they will, but even if they don't, it's fine. I still think it overall looks like really good. Like these are definitely the toy animatronics, and they did a good job at capturing these designs.
Right. Yes, all these figures will have the jump scare mechanism, so you can press their stomachs in and they will, have that open mouth and the arms flying up and all like that. So yeah, they're all like that except for, I believe, the next two that we're going to be getting at, which is Toy Bonnie and Mangle. Mangle's the one that I believe is not going to have that feature.
Yeah, Toy Bonnie I can imagine is going to have it. But yeah, I think, like again, Toy Bonnie looks, from what I know, the blue is a little lighter, but these are prototypes, so these could be fixed and easily changed. But even still, I think this looks really nice. Like this does look like a really cool figure. It does still look like Toy Bonnie from what I remember. And the overall like the gimmick with these are really cool. But when it comes to Mangle, you were telling me that Mangle, because Mangle in the game is this like take apart, like it was known to be taken apart and re-put together. They're apparently making that an actual like play feature with this figure, or just more of a customizable thing. And I think that's really cool. I think that's such a clever idea that you can kind of make your own Mangle and put like the arms or the like the animatronic head or Mangle's head wherever you kind of want. I think that's such a cool idea.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's all posable too.
It's definitely going to be very interesting. They're definitely using kind of Funko's design there with the ball joints, but I'm hoping this time around they're a lot more steadier
Yeah, and tight,
steadier,
a little tighter to the joint so they don't just pop off as soon as you move it.
Tight and more durable, because I remember
Yeah.
when I had my old Rockstar Foxy action figure, the joint itself actually like snapped, like it literally would, like it snapped to the point where I couldn't even attach it back on, so I had to super glue it to the figure.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, hopefully that's not a problem with these then.
right.
So I think they look really cool, these figures and plush and everything they revealed at Toy Fair this year. For I think this was like on day one they revealed all these, but I overall feel pretty positive about them. Even though I won't be picking these up personally, I do think they're really cool, and I definitely can't wait to see like reviews on them and looks and Clayton's looks on them as well once they start coming out and rolling into stores. But yeah, I'd say overall so far Jazwares is doing really good with the license, and I can't wait to see what they'll do moving forward as well.
Right. We're gonna move on to one more item. This is not Jazwares related. This is the Mangle Funko Pop.
Oh yes, the Mangle Funko Pop. I had mentioned this too because I was like, I know this was one of those pops that was like long awaited. Very cool Funko Pop, I must say. Like probably one of my favorite pops they revealed at like, and surprisingly because they didn't have much there. I actually was looking forward to actually. There's only a few things that Toy Fair they showed that I actually kind of was drawing an eye to. Surprisingly, this Mangle Pop was one of them, and it's not one I'll necessarily probably pick up. I just think it actually, for the long wait, it looks really good. Like Funko killed the look of this pop.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's a lot. It looks a lot better than the 3D print that I found on Colts.
Yeah, it's like it looks what a Mangle Pop, what you'd hope a Mangle Pop would look like. Because I know they have done a Mangle before, sort of like the non-mangled version of her, which was a cool pop. But I think it's cool now you'll be able to get that actual Mangle like pop, that
Right.
true to like what you know Mangle for, and it looks really cool. It's such a big and dynamic looking piece. It's like it's got presence, and I think it looks neat. I think Funko, like, even though this wave looks kind of iffy, I think Mangle definitely is probably going to be the highlight of the wave.
And I believe that this is our first 6-inch Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, like, was it a 6 inch? Because it looked pretty big.
Yeah,
It
it's
did
a
look like it was going to be a
definitely
6 inch pop.
it comes in a 6-inch package, so it's definitely
So that's pretty
6
cool.
inch.
So they are making it a little bigger than the average pop. I think that just helps to the coolness of this one.
Yeah. We are getting other pops, but we haven't actually seen picture or like actual 3D models of them yet. So I'm not even gonna bother talking about them. I'm sure you guys know the Wizards, but
Yeah, they look all right. They, from what I've seen from the glams on the back of the box, they're all right. The only ones I think I'm a little off on are Chica and Freddy. Bonnie looks fine. Bonnie actually looks like a good improvement from the old one they did. And then Chica, the only thing I said is that her eyes should have been white, not black. They just look so blended into her face to where you can't even see it.
right.
But overall, I think that's about it. I think the pops and that look cool. Funko showed some cool stuff, but I think the highlight for Five Nights at Freddy's was certainly Jazwares. Jazwares just really went all out, especially with their booth and how they set it up with all the cool Five Nights at Freddy's like decor and stuff too. They really wanted this to be like a big grand reveal, and they did a good job.
Right. Yeah.
And that's even coming from me. So
Definitely some interesting stuff coming in the upcoming months, or I don't know. We should say like next fall.
month or a year.
Because, next fall, I think, is when all these things drop. They could come out a little earlier. I was hearing like maybe summertime. Um, I was hearing like springtime, summertime, fall. So one of those three seasons we're gonna get these or get all this amazing merch. So yeah.
yeah, I think it's all pretty cool. And I'm definitely, like I said, excited to see the reviews and the closer looks on them because I'll still be interested in checking them out.
I have a feeling that you're gonna pick up that Mangle figure. I don't know why.
The mango, probably not the mango. I don't know. I'll see. If I were to pick up anything from, let's say, this first wave, it'd probably be the toys, animatronics. I always just love those designs. I thought they were so cool looking when they first came out. But that's not a certainty. Again, I think the ones like if you really want me to pick up some Jazwares Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm sure they'll make them down the road, sister location. I'm guarantee those would look really cool and really good, and I would likely pick those ones up, all four of them.
Right.
Just a very like nostalgic, even though like I've been around since like 2014. I was playing it in like grade 7. Sister Location was probably the most nostalgic game to me. I just remember being I've never been so excited for a FNAF game because Sister Location looked so different and I had such high expectations from it. And some of them didn't pay off, some of them did, and I still remember really enjoying the game, and I still actually have. I told Clayton I sold most, if not almost all my Five Nights at Freddy's merch. And the only things I kept were my Sister Location merch.
Right.
And Yeah, because I couldn't bear to get bear off with it and ways with it. It's just too cool.
But yeah, I think that'll wrap this up here for the video. We pretty well went through everything.
Yeah, I think we went through everything, and
It's
yeah, I'm happy I could give my thoughts so you guys can at least hear what I think. Because again, it's better off being on the Five Night. The guy who does the Five Nights at Freddy's videos, it's easier that way. I don't post really Five Nights at Freddy's content, and I don't want to make people think I am going to start posting all that. I don't. It's not one of my channels. So thought it'd be easier if I could pop on Clayton's channel and give my quick little 2 cents and my thoughts on these reveals and have him put it there so it makes more sense. But I was happy to come on, dude, and I appreciate you having me on the channel.
it's definitely been a pleasure once again. I definitely plan on doing some more collaboration videos. One video that I cannot announce right now because it's kind of it's an idea, but not sure if things are gonna work out or not. But I will let everybody know in the upcoming weeks or whatever when if it happens or not. But other than that,
big mystery video.
yeah, mystery video. But other than that, yeah, that's about it. So everybody, I hope you leave a like on this video, comment down below what are your guys' thoughts. Also, make sure to check out Cartoon Fox Guy's channel, aka Wreath. I will leave his channel in the description below. And with that,
Awesome.
make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. And like always, guys, make sure to stay golden.
Stay golden. Alrighty, see you guys.
See you in the next one.